resurrection of Jesus Christ.
The sun had set, and darkness covered the whole land. It was the day of preparation, the time before the Holy Sabbath. The air was heavy with sadness and silence. Jesus, who had performed great miracles, healed the sick, and taught about God's love, had breathed his last breath on the cross. Joseph of Arimathea, a rich man and a secret follower of Jesus, went boldly to the Roman governor Pontius Pilate to ask for his body. With permission granted, Joseph wrapped the body in clean linen cloth, together with Nicodemus, who brought spices of myrrh and aloes, just as the Jewish custom of burial required. They placed him in a new tomb carved out of solid rock, a garden place near the hill of Golgotha. Then they rolled a huge heavy stone across the entrance. Mary Magdalene and the other Mary sat there watching, their hearts filled with pain and tears. To them, it felt like everything had ended. Their hope was buried inside their tomb, knowing that Jesus had said, "I will rise again on the third day." The chief priests and religious leaders went to Pilate. "Sir," they said, "this deceiver claimed he will come back to life. Command that the tomb be secured, or else." His disciples might steal the body and say, "He has risen." So Pilate ordered guards to stand, watch, and sealed the stone. It seemed like the tomb was locked forever. But what man planned, God had already destined.
3 days passed as the Sabbath ended. Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene and other women brought sweet spices to the tomb. They walked slowly, carrying their sorrow and love. Along the way, they asked each other, "Who will roll away the heavy stone for us?" It is too big and heavy to move. But when they arrived, something impossible happened. The ground shook with a great earthquake. An angel of the Lord descended from heaven. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothes were white as snow. The Roman guards trembled in fear and became like dead men. The angel rolled the stone away and sat upon it. When the women looked up, they saw the stone was already moved. They ran inside, but the body of Jesus was not there. Suddenly, 2 men in shining clothes stood beside them. "Do not be afraid," the angel said gently. "You are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He is not here. He has risen, just as he said he would come. Come and see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples the good news." Their sadness turned into amazement and joy. They ran from the tomb with mixed feelings of fear and great happiness, rushing to share the wonderful message. Meanwhile, Peter and John heard the report. They ran as fast as they could toward the tomb. John arrived first, looked inside, and saw the linen cloths lying there. Peter went in and saw that even the cloth that covered his head was folded neatly by itself. They realized something amazing had truly happened.
Mary Magdalene stayed behind, weeping outside the tomb. She bent down to look inside again and saw 2 angels sitting where Jesus' body had lain. "Woman, why are you crying?" they asked. She answered, "Because they have taken away my Lord, and I do not know where they have laid him." As she turned around, she saw a man standing there. Thinking it was the gardener, she said, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have put him, and I will take him." Then Jesus spoke one single word, "Mary." Immediately, her eyes opened and she recognized his voice. "Rabboni," which means teacher. She wanted to hold him close, but Jesus said, "Do not cling to me yet, for I have not yet ascended to my Father. But go to my brothers and tell them I am returning to my God and your God." This was the first appearance of the risen Lord. Mary ran again with the great news. I have seen the Lord." Jesus appeared to two disciples walking along the road to Emmaus. They did not recognize him at first as they discussed all the sad events. Jesus explained to them all the writings of the Scriptures, showing that the Messiah must suffer and rise again. When he broke bread with them, their eyes were opened and they knew him instantly. He vanished from their sight.
They said to each other, "Did not our hearts burn within us while he spoke to us on the way